Welcome back to Need for Speed Unbound. Today we got some brand new gameplay and it's something everybody's been looking forward to. Today we got our first look at Need for Speed Unbound customization. I am so pumped, I am so excited. In today's video we're gonna jump deep into Need for Speed Unbound customization, talk about the new body kits, rear wings, the wheels, the exhaust, and much more. Everything is gonna be included in today's video. However, before we jump into all of the customization, I have a question for you guys. I'm currently working on another video for Need for Speed Unbound that I'm going to be posting next week, talking about all of the things that people are really excited for and all of the things that people are not really excited for. Personally, for me, I can't wait to jump into all of the customization. You will see in a second. But personally, I'm really worried about online, because last week the developers shared information that we would only be able to party up with 4 people in online free roam. We can still go and do races with up to 16 people, but our parties are going to be limited to only 4. It has me really worried for the game. Anyways, I'm going to talk about all of that stuff next week. If you want to see that video, subscribe and let me know in the comments down below what you're excited for and what you're not excited for Need for Speed Unbound. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the Need for Speed Unbound customization. There is so much here, it is mind-blowing. Let's just start it off with one of the craziest things in Need for Speed Unbound, and that is these legendary customs. There are certain cars in the new Need for Speed games that you can just transform beyond belief. It basically takes what you think the normal car is and absolutely does a 180 with it. For example, here is a Land Rover Defender, usually a big bulky off-roader that can go anywhere, do anything. However, in Need for Speed Unbound, you can slam the thing right to the ground, get insane looking fitment, and just a ridiculous looking car. The thing doesn't even have a roof. It's just got a roll cage in the place that the roof used to be. It's got a ridiculous wide body kit that is super wide. It is insane what some of these legendary custom cars look like. We also saw this thing with a legendary customs build, a BMW M1, which usually is a classic old school car, and in Need for Speed Unbound, it is insane. So right off the bat, it's slammed right the way to the ground again with a wide body kit, but this time the wide body kit is not even big enough for the fitment because the wheels stick out from the body. It looks awesome. The other thing you probably noticed is that it has no front bumper, and the front bumper was replaced with what I can only describe as a front splitter from Walmart. Speaking of insane mods that kind of don't make any sense, yes, that is an intercooler on the roof that is literally sticking above the car. In these videos, I usually like to provide some sort of commentary on what we're looking at. I don't have words for that. I've never seen something like that before. And then it's a little bit hard to see, but the rear wing on the BMW M1 is also insane. It's really hard to see, but it's got these massive looking end plates. It almost looks like a drag rear wing that's kind of mixed with a time attack rear wing. I have no idea, again, what I'm looking at, but it is out of this world insane. Speaking of things that are just absolutely crazy for Need for Speed Unbound, let's jump a little bit deeper into the Need for Speed Unbound customization. And today, the developers told us that this game has 10,000 customization options, ranging from things like pre-made wraps to decals to rims, wide body kit, splitters, rear wings, so on and so forth. Speaking of the new rims, the developers actually confirmed today that there are a bunch of new rims coming to the game. Specifically, today they focused on turbo fans and mentioning those. Those are wheels that usually have a flat face on them. You see guys like Ken Block using them all the time. They're very popular in rally racing. Anyways, today the developers confirmed that you can actually put decals on your rims and make them just crazy looking. And again, on the topic of crazy looking stuff, there are some rims in this game, again, that I have never seen before, like this one on the old Nissan. It's kind of like turbo fans, but the fan was replaced with hearts. I guess those style of rims kind of go with that like Bosu Zoku exhaust style thing. Absolutely mind-blowing. I don't know if this is going to be available on other cars. Currently, we've only seen it on this one. Hopefully, we'll be able to turn like the S14 or things like that also into crazy looking cars like this. Actually, again, on the topic of decals, the developers again confirmed there's new pre-made decals in the game for you to use on your car. There's new fonts that you can toss on the side of the car to write whatever you want. Basically, it's like taking what was in Need for Speed Heat and kind of turning it up and making it even better to use. It's a very simple painting system, but that actually is very powerful. I can't wait to see what players make when they get their hands on it. Also, on the topic of that Mitsubishi Eclipse, take a look at the rear wing real quick. It's got literal spikes coming off of it. I guess it's like arrowy bits. Usually you see these on cars to like keep them in a straight line when they're going really, really fast, but that's just insane. Again, I feel like that's just a common trend with Need for Speed Unbound. One thing that I'm personally super excited to see in the next Need for Speed game is, yes, today they confirmed that engine swaps are coming to the game. Can't wait to see what engine swaps there are, if there's any new ones, how fast you can make some of these things. It should be awesome to see. And yes, I know we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, but again today, the developers confirmed it. You can actually do cutaways for your cars and remove the bumpers, whether it be front or rear bumpers. Obviously, some cars you won't be able to, whether it be like, I don't know, like a Ferrari, for example. You probably won't be able to take the front bumper off of those, but some cars like this Nissan R34 or the Subaru BRZ, you can see them with no rear bumper. Super cool. Overall, I am so pumped for this customization. These are things that we have never seen in any other video game. I cannot wait to jump in, start building some cars, see what we can do with them. I have no idea what I want to make for it. Maybe let me know in the comments what you want to see me make, but the options here are just mind-blowing. Anyways, as cool as all the customization is, that is not all the news we've got for Need for Speed Unbound today. The developers actually confirmed that there is no day-night cycle in NFS Unbound. What that means is if you're driving around in the day, you can drive around in the day for as long as you want. The sun will never set. Obviously, there's going to be like different conditions, like there could be a sunny day, an overcast day, rainy day, whatever, but the time will not physically change. If you want to drive in the night, you would have to head back to the garage, wait a little bit, and then come back out and hope that it's the night. Because unlike in Need for Speed Heat, you can't actually choose whether you want to drive in the day or the night. You kind of just go into the garage, and when you come out, you kind of hope enough time has passed and it'll be dark or light depending on what you want to do. Personally, it's a little bit disappointing to see that it doesn't have like a dynamic day and night cycle, and that you can't actually select which one you want to play in. But hopefully, because of this, the day and the nights will look a little bit better. We'll have to see. And the last thing I wanted to mention in today's video was the cops. The devs gave us a little bit more information and some tips for how you might want to get away from them. Say you're running away from the cops and you've got a super high heat level. One of the fastest ways to actually lose the cops is to run away from them, make some gap, hide around the corner, and then shut your car off. If you shut your car off, you'll actually lose heat faster than if you would keep it on. Really, really cool. It shuts your engine off, shuts your headlights off. Very cool feature. And on the topic of running away from the cops, you are no longer limited to just having 3 repairs when you're running from the cops. There is now a cooldown, so theoretically, you could run away from the cops forever, providing you just keep hitting up like the gas stations when your car's at a certain level of damage and you're not running into those cooldowns, for example. Very cool. Honestly, though, I'm super excited for Need for Speed Unbound. I cannot wait to jump into building these cars. Like, the customization we saw today alone is mind-blowing. That Fairlady Z, I'm still addicted to the rear wing. It just looks so good. The Defender without a roof and a roll cage in its place, or having, like, an intercooler that sticks above higher than your roof is just crazy. And I can't wait to try it out. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys are most excited for Need for Speed Unbound and what car you're gonna build first. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon with some more. See you then. Bye.